Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, the now healthy Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. They match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, is Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's
nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
Now Mack. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a third down and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's complete to Grant. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jay Samaro, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts take it right. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They begin the drive on the ground with Madden. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Locke. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
And that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Locke. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a second down. On second down, here's Locke. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Lorenzo Malden in there to get him for a loss of 5. 3rd and long. It's Locke. Brought in over the middle by Grant. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll at least get them inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Locke. Going for it all. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like...
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On first down, it's Locke. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The final shot before the break. Luck. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. The best of the early games on Sunday may just be in Buffalo, where the Bills face a big test, as they'll have to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the LA Rams. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, it's the battle for Texas. The Cowboys, Texans from NRG Stadium in Houston. In our game, it's Andrew Luck back after missing all of last season with a shoulder problem, and he hasn't missed a beat. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard. Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground with Mack. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
12 more yards there and another first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll run with Mack. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll fake it. Now Luck. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Levante David. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And the blitz does come. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Now a carry from Mack. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and throwing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third. Back now in Foxborough. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Matt. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He's going to get it running right. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice. But I don't think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Give them a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on fourth and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. A run by Mack to start the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Wide open receiver complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Colts on third down. They've hit at 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Luck going to keep it on the sneak. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. So now Luck is going to bring the Colts up here to go for the two-point try. Now it's Luck. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for Indianapolis, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for New England, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.